Welcome back, fellow artists, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Mad Tzen and I'm a digital illustrator. I create Procreate tutorials for beginners. In today's Procreate tutorial, I'm going to show you how to draw smooth lines in Procreate. There are a few things we need to look at for smoothing out our lines. So make sure you stay until the end of the tutorial to get the complete guide in creating smooth lines in Procreate. First, we need to talk about the canvas resolution. A lot of beginners make the mistake of thinking that the canvas size has nothing to do with creating smooth lines, but it actually does. Basically, the larger the resolution, the smoother your lines will be. Also, canvas sizes do depend on what type of Apple device you have. So if you're wondering which canvas size is best suited for the device that you have, you can check out one of my tutorials entitled How to Create Canvas Sizes in Procreate, which I'll leave that link up above and also in the description below. Next, we're going to look at brush properties so that I can show you how to adjust your brushes to create smoother lines. So let's come up here to the brush library and you can choose any brush that you want. I'm just going to click on this one here. So over here on the left, we have a menu. I'm going to click on stabilization here just under stroke path, and this will bring us to streamline. Currently, the amount for streamline is 0. So using the drawing pad here on the right, I'm going to demonstrate what it looks like when the amount is 0%. You can see that my line is jagged and crooked. By increasing the percentage on streamline, your brushes will stabilize and create more smoother lines. Let's do this by increasing the amount to 100%. So what I'd like you to do is keep your eye on the drawing pad on the right as I increase the amount for streamline. I'm going to take this up to 100%. As the percentage goes up for streamline, you can see that my crooked lines slowly disappear, with streamline eliminating all of the jagged parts on my line. So it's always a good idea to have this on 100%. I'm going to draw another line with streamline on max, and you can see that we have a much more smoother and cleaner line. To save your settings, just click on done here on the top right. So what I just showed you is how to adjust your brushes individually, but there is another way to adjust all of the brushes in your brush library at one time. And to do that, we'll go up here to actions, go to the preferences tab, and go down the list until you reach pressure and smoothing. Touching the settings here will affect all of your brushes in the brush library. So I just want to show you what happens when we put stabilization on 100%. As you can see, there's not very much control that the artist has over the line. So in pressure and smoothing, I don't recommend that you use 100% for stabilization. If you're looking to use the pressure and smoothing settings, what I've found that best works for me is about the 20% mark. So I'm going to put stabilization to 20%, and I'll also put 20% for motion filtering. And we'll come back here to the canvas, and now you can see that our lines are more smoother, and you'll also have better control over your lines. The next Procreate tip I have for you is to draw doodles like these as a mini exercise to help your hand relax and get used to the hand movements required for drawing. 2 to 5 minutes of these drawing exercises will certainly help you get ready for your actual drawing. If you'd like to know more about becoming a better artist, or would like to know how to use Procreate tools to improve your artwork, you can check out the description area below where I've left links to help you with your artistic journey. Another way to get smoother lines is how you draw on the canvas. So I've prepared a little character for us here today to demonstrate how you can create smoother lines when drawing. So if I were to come up here, for example, and slowly try to trace over the line, you can see that I'm not getting that smooth result. The slower I go with drawing the lines, the more crooked they become. I'll draw 2 lines on the side of the canvas to demonstrate the difference between drawing a fast and a slow line. So for the first one, I'm going to go slow and take my time in drawing the line. You can automatically see that the line isn't smooth and we have some jagged edges here. Let's draw a second line next to it, but this time I'm going to use my method and draw the line fast. As you can see, there is a clear difference between the two. The way I avoid crooked lines is to draw with fast strokes, which stops jagged lines from forming. So I'm going to show you what this looks like in practice, and this time I'll use fast-paced strokes to get those smoother lines. Don't be afraid when your lines don't match whatever you're tracing. Just tap the screen with 2 fingers to undo and draw the line again until you're happy with how it looks. The fast strokes make the drawing better already. You've probably also noticed that I'm wearing a drawing glove. If possible, I do recommend that you get a drawing glove, as it really does help you with the comfort of drawing on a touch screen. The problem that a lot of artists have is having their hand accidentally rest and touch the screen as they're drawing, where the palm of the hand gets stuck on the screen and prevents the artist from drawing comfortably. For those of you who don't have drawing gloves, the best way to avoid this problem is to slightly raise your hand off the screen and use your arm as support whilst drawing on the canvas. Thanks for watching, guys! Now you know how to draw smoother lines in Procreate. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment below if you enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll see you in the next video.